Next on Casey in the Kitchen, learn how to cook gourmet hamburgers. Stay tuned.
If you can chop and you can dice, but you're really good at burning rice, help is on the way, spatula and spoon. He can bubble, he can simmer, he can sizzle and soak, and his pasta al dente, it's no joke. Casey's in the kitchen and we eatin' soon.
Hi, today with Casey in the Kitchen with Omar and Bradley, my two helpers today. Today we're going to do some burgers. We're going to learn how to cook buffalo, beef, chicken, and a black bean burger. You excited?
I'm very excited to learn how to cook burgers.
Awesome. We're going to start with a few basic necessities that we need before we even get started. One of them is a grill spice. We're going to start with kosher salt.
A little salt.
I'll give you some cayenne pepper, some paprika, some cumin, granulated garlic, and black pepper. All we're going to do is mix them all together. And this is going to give us our flavor, and you can use this for all of them. You can use this for the chicken, for the buffalo, for even the garden burger.
And then we just rub that on top of the burgers,
Yeah.
or spice to how we want it.
Spice it to flavor however you want. If you want it a little spicier, we can add in more cayenne. We can add in different kinds of peppers. Sometimes depends on your feeling.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna start with our chicken breast. To help it not stick on the grill,
Okay.
we need a little bit of fat or oil.
And then we can also use Pam or some cooking spray at home.
Pam cooking spray. You can use any of those. You can use canola if you like.
Oh, okay.
I tend to stick with the EVOO. And then I do the rain effect on the spices.
Okay.
Hand it off to our grill guy.
See, Brad, put it on the grill.
We've got those. Now we'll get the burger started. We are gonna start with ground beef.
Do you have a preference on what kind of ground beef we should use?
I've seen and done other burgers. We've done veal before. We've done a mix of veal and beef. We've done mixes of elk and elk burgers and whatever kind of burger you want. I personally like just a little fat in there, probably about 10%, no more than that. Any more than that gets too fatty. The one thing I do like to add in this is add in my egg. This egg will help bind it up a little bit. It's gonna kind of make it stick, so when you put a burger on there, especially like meatballs, it's the same principle. You want it all to stick together really firm. You're gonna mix it up. Now at this stage, we can add a couple of different elements. One thing I like to do is add in the blue cheese. If we want to put blue cheese in here right now, perfect time to it. So when you're biting into that burger, it's just this like...
It's inside the burger?
Inside the burger,
really
it's just
good.
not on top. So that's one thing we could do, but we're gonna save our blue cheese for something else.
So we don't add our grill spices now?
You can. Two elements to it. You can add a little bit now and a little bit later. The only bad thing is, if you do a lot now, you really can't take it out, so you gotta be really, really careful.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
So it basically depends who's gonna eat the burger, so you add more, depends on the person?
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a couple of patties, and I'm probably like you, I like a bigger burger. I don't like to do doubles. We've got about 1.5 pounds of meat, so we could probably easily do 4 patties.
Okay.
All right, grab a plate, and it's just like a meatball. You're gonna take it, you're gonna round it up. Okay. You want to get it to the consistency.
Should I try one?
Try one. The goal with it is not to handle it too much, because if you handle it too much, your hands and the body temperature tends to make it really sticky. So if you do this really quickly.
How was that?
Perfect.
Just give it a towel here.
Okay, got that one. You can hand those off in just a second over to Bradley. And they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be huge. They don't have to be perfectly round. They can be awkwardly shaped. It doesn't matter. It's a burger. It's going inside that bun.
As long as it tastes good, right?
Exactly.
And here we go, Brad. We got some more burgers for you. Thank you.
Okay. Next one for Bradley, we are going to do buffalo burger. And the same principle behind it, we're going to have to add the egg. And I'll have you do this one.
So eggs for the binding, right?
Uh-huh. Binding, keeping it together. And a good thing to do is make sure you get 100% buffalo. There are a couple of mixes out there that are beefalo, that are different mixes of different meats. If you get 100% buffalo, it's a lot better.
Go ahead and put the egg in.
Put it in there. I'll have you mix that one right up. And one thing about buffalo that people don't know, that it's not an endangered animal. It actually is a healthier animal. It is a commonly farmed and raised through the Midwest. We're starting to see more and more people use buffalo meat for different things. Buffalo flanks, buffalo burgers, buffalo meatloaf. It's actually very, very good for you. Okay, I do.
How's that?
Good, good, good. I'll probably make just a couple of burgers out of that one.
Same concept as the ground beef?
Same concept. Okay, I'd probably do a little bit more.
A little bit more than that.
Get these right over to Bradley. I might be able to make these a little bit bigger.
Make 2 of them.
Just make 2. There you go, you take the rest. Okay, right there, hand those off to Bradley. We'll get those bad boys on the grill.
When is a good time to add the cheese?
Usually when we get blood going through one side, we give it a quarter turn, then we're gonna give it a flip. As we give it a flip, when we give it that last quarter turn, that's usually when I like to put the cheese on. You put it on too early, you're gonna burn it. It's gonna taste that burn.
Okay.
If you get it just getting hot, melted, that's the best time. So you're gonna go one side, flip, flip, over, give it 1 turn, and then on that 3rd turn, that's when you put your cheese on that last final one.
I know that from me being a student, I know that we don't have a kind of like this kind of grill at home. How about on the Foreman? Is that good?
George Foreman's are great. Any of the flat tops, you can use a cooking pan. You can finish them in ovens as well. So there's a lot of different methods. Grills are great and the best. They get the most flavor. You get all that charcoal kind of flavor to it. Personally, me, I have a wood-burning grill at home. I have no gas on it at all, and I love it. I use it all winter long, all summer long, whenever I want. We have one more burger to put on. It's our black bean. It's got a lot of flavor. It's just from one of the local companies.
Okay.
It's already got black beans, corn, potato, onion in there. Once you have Bradley put it on there, make sure he uses the clean spatula as well.
Oh, since it's a vegan burger, or kind of like that?
Exactly.
Here you go.
You want to be careful with that. When you're handling meat, you want to make sure you wash your hands. And when you're going back on that grill, you want to keep that one grill spot open for someone who is vegan or vegetarian who doesn't like the flavor of beef, but still likes that flavor of the grill. As Bradley's doing that, we're going to work on some toppings.
Okay.
Okay, a couple of ways to kind of cheat and maybe kind of, come up with some fun ways to do a burger, especially one when you're in a dorm, you don't have a lot of room, you don't have like chopping boards. One that I not so much care about, I like making my own fresh salsa, but I know college life deems that not necessary sometimes if you don't have a grill or something. I'll take a little bit of salsa and I strain it out. What I'm trying to do is just get the tomatoes, the peppers, the onions, the cilantro, and all the flavor out of there. I don't want any of the liquid. So I just set it in a little strainer.
So is that because it makes the bread a little mushy?
Makes the bread mushy, it's gonna make my topping mushy. I'm looking just to flavor up my avocado just a little bit.
Okay.
And how to cut an avocado is, I go right down off the top, and kind of a fun little creative way is I just roll it. There's a little seed inside there, and usually you get it perfectly right across. Get it and you turn it.
Stick the knife to that.
Stick the knife to that. Careful again.
Give it a little turn.
Give it a little turn. Pop off the seed. Set it aside. Now the way to get this out is a couple of ways that I was taught. We're going to go down diagonals.
And then you just come around the other way.
Yep. Just give it a flip. Give it these diamond little cuts. And it's going to pop right out. What I'm going to do is I saved all of the kind of the meat from the salsa.
Okay.
See it right there. Oh.
So we don't want any juice, so it's gonna make our bread soggy.
It'll make it all soggy. It's gonna make it all mush. This is just a flavoring for it. I only need a little bit of this because we're only making a couple. But the thing is, make a whole bunch of it. You can eat it later on tonight. You can have it as a snack. You can put it with eggs, which is a whole other show. But you have guacamole now just sitting on the side. It's kind of a cheating way to do it. It's already got a lot of flavor. Like I said, it makes it really easy. A lot of times I see a lot of people just end up putting salsa straight in, and all that water and all that liquid in there is just too runny. You know, guacamole should be kind of wholesome, kind of chunky. It shouldn't be smooth like a paste like I've seen so many times in stores. You just take a little bit of a fork and mash it up. You don't have to be perfect with it. Just give it a mix.
It looks really good from here.
Okay. Get it. Mix it all up.
And we can use this on any of our burgers?
Any of our burgers. You can do this on, like I said, chicken, buffalo, anything you like. If you like guacamole, this is a great, quick way. All right, we'll set that aside. Okay, we got our tomatoes. Actually, I'm gonna have them do some onions. One thing I do like is sliced onions, but they're always just a little too bitter. So I got some of our local Walla Wallas, which are really, really sweet. In comparison to like the Maui, it's got a lot of great flavor.
And we also have the red onion here, right?
And the red onions traditionally are just for garnish. They just go on the burger, raw, sliced kind of thin. These ones are usually something we use for caramelizing onions, cooking onions, soups and so forth. These tend to turn a little bit of black, so I always try to use a yellow onion. Once you have them, throw that on the grill.
So you just throw this on the grill,
Yep,
huh?
just like that.
There we go. So grilled onions.
So we'll have grilled onions on another burger.
And then we have the guacamole.
Guacamole. One other topping we're gonna do, and we'll show you real quick. This is called arugula.
Arugula, never heard of that.
Take a taste. This arugula, it's kind of peppery.
Yeah, it's a little peppery.
Definitely gives a different flavor. So instead of using the traditional like red leaf or green leaf lettuce, there's always different elements to use. I like to use something different like this. Watercress is really good, but the arugula just has that pepper kind of taste to it. It's fantastic with like I said, like the guacamole and the black bean burger. Just gives it these layers of food.
And we could find this at Safeway,
Albertsons. You can find this at your local farmer's market. A lot of times they'll just have it sitting in there in big bunches. Oh, great. Put it in salads. You can mix it all up. Use it in different elements. This one here is our Boston butt or butter lettuce.
Okay.
Again, you'll see this one in a lot of Asian cooking, especially with these American restaurants that are coming up.
Okay.
They're using these as wraps. If you taste it, it's definitely got this little bit of a buttery flavor. So again,
let's give it a taste.
Giving it away from that red leaf kind of flavor, it's just a lot better.
Yeah, it's a little different than just regular lettuce.
And like I said, they use these as wraps because they're so kind of tough. They sit in there and they fold them and wrap them up. I like them on burgers again. Just add that sweetness to it. So we got those. We got our red leaf. Now this one, red leaf is just exactly it. It's a red leaf. There's no nutritional value really to it. It's pretty plain, pretty simple. But the thing is, you get a lot more for your money out of it. This is the same price as this little guy, and it's the same price as that little bunch there. So of course, this is why we use these in restaurants.
So I hear that the greener the plant is, the more nutritional value it has. Is that true?
Yes and no. More nutritional than the other one, yes, but the greener is not always better.
Oh, okay.
Not in flavor profiles, at least.
This is for flavor.
Yep, this is for flavor. We're looking for flavor.
Yeah, we got big meaty burgers. We don't care about the calories, right?
How long are our burgers going? Good?
Doing good.
Awesome. All right, we'll get some of our other prep ready. We got our
tomato.
We got our, they're called greenhouse tomatoes. They're organic, local. Again, trying to buy from the people we support here in town. And all I do is go straight down. That first cut, I try to get the core out. Go all the way straight down. Just get it. And you want a nice meaty kind of tomato in there. You go too thin, you probably won't even taste it. You won't even know it's there.
From the looks of it, looks like it's going to be some pretty big burgers.
I think they are.
I'm excited to eat them.
Okay, we've got a couple of slices of those. Why don't you cut that one up for me?
Okay, so let's see what we could do here. Oh, didn't get the meat of it. There we go.
There you go.
So Put that aside. Couple of
I forget about 3 or 4 cuts out of there.
3 or